Introduce a man that can put it into words
for all of us.
a lot better than I can, and I've heard him do it. A very intelligent man and a very nice gentleman, Dr.
Habib.
Dad, do you want me to zoom on you, or are you gonna get up behind Grandpa?
Pretty good, Tom.
Grandpa's Uncle Beeb is gonna speak now. Uncle Beeb is gonna speak now. Do you want him to?
You gotta get up in the middle of the
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you gotta come over here.
Well, give him a second to get his thoughts. This is
Yes,
not, it's out of
yes.
nowhere.
Uh-oh.
Happy birthday, Pop.
Thank you, Habib. Thank you very much.
No, this is one of the most cheerful we've seen you since this Christmas. And, you know, the love for the family, that hasn't changed since I've been part of the family for over 30 years. And, you know, even though you keep saying that you don't feel good and your life is limited, you're going to go on till at least you're 100. So you got to go for at least 70.
That's not what he wants to hear.
Get a picture of that
Dad's going,
Grandpa, how do you feel about
one. It's
that?
got a story behind it now.
Now, your example of love and generosity is, you know, you gave birthday gifts to everybody on your birthday. That's very kind, generous of you. We all love you, respect you, and you've been a model that I hope all of us can emulate you and the values that you've inculcated in the family.
Oh, that was good.
Suppose you talk. Football days.
Yeah. Can't put him on the spot. I remember when Bill used to work over at J.J. Myers, and he made 31 cents an hour. He worked with Canton Corrugated Box. I forgot that one. I remember that.
The window shades.
He was so tickled, and then he was so tickled on that there, and he got that 31 cents an hour. That was Mr. Vandervoort. He had to go out to his house there on Popular and to talk to him a couple of different times. Remember that, Bill? To get back there, and he had a talk on that there, and then he went to at their. And he got that window shade business
Yeah.
going, and he worked at Myers over there. I remember he used to run home for lunch, and the mother would tell me, "You stand on the porch, and when he turns the corner, tell me I'll get the food on." I do remember that. He'd be running around the corner of the fairgrounds, coming home for lunch, and I'd yell at her to get the food on. He'd be ready to eat then when he get in. Then he got out of school there, and then he get down, and he didn't know what the hell to do, and he got that there window shade business going. And
In the basement of your house.
that was right in the basement of the house. He put a sign up in the yard, and if somebody complained, they had to take it down. I remember that.
Yeah.
Did you remember that, Bill?
Yeah.
And that business flourished, huh? My golly, he did good. But he met a lot of people, and he seen houses. He seen people building houses and this and that, and he talked. He was a good listener with some of these guys. And he realized some of these guys, good builders, but they were afraid of the Depression, like Doherty and Swallow, and what was that other guy's name, Bill?
Did you give him the floor?
Yeah, I did.
De
Blasio.
short?
No, you're doing good. You're all right.
Valentine de Blasio.
You're up to about 1940 now.
And he'd go around these houses, they were building them, and and he just seen the idea on that there. And I remember I bought that. He went over to one house and put shades in on Broad Avenue and Fifth. And he went in there, and the lady wanted to sell the house. She decided she still, and she thought she was pulling a fast one on him because she didn't have some right-of-way
Oh.
on that there, and she couldn't get the right-of-way to this and that. I can't remember exactly. And anyway,
Tell him when you put the tool belt on, your pants fell down.
oh yeah,
I thought that's what he was gonna say. I was thinking that same story.
oh my God Almighty!
I didn't know
I
that
was
one.
thinking that same story when you started talking.
I never heard that one.
That was,
You
Let's
moved
hear about
you
it,
moved
so-
right over that part.
Oh my gosh.
that
I
was
was thinking,
embarrassing. I wish I had shorts on.
I was thinking
Oh,
the
the
same.
image.
Oh my God. That lady disappeared. That was Dr. What's the call flight? I can't think of her name. I felt embarrassed. You disgusted. I should have had a belt on.
And underpants. Both.
Did she thank you?
Oh,
She ran away.
Where was I at here?
1930.
His first house. His first
And that
house.
was,
Talk about selling the easement.
Okay.
oh, that easement. Yeah, that easement. She was afraid of that easement. And Bill went out and seen Pyatt. I remember that there. I rode out with him in the car, and some guy told me he bought it for $100. Anyway, he worked his ass off, and his window shade, he had $3,400. He sold that house, he made $35. Bye-bye real estate, bye-bye shade business. That was the last of the shade business. The cloth was still down there, I'll say that.
You would
Never
know.
moved it out. Mother was never sure he was going to make it.
It was always downstairs.
It's still there, isn't it? The end?
Yeah.
But that was the end of the shade business. He was off flying then, and but he made that $3,500. He couldn't believe it.
There was a lot of money in
But
those
that
days.
was a year's wages.
That was a lot of money in
more
those
than a year's
days.
wages at
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
That was
That's for
good.
sure.
Everything turned around, and I'll be back for the second episode.
Very good,
Yeah.
Tim. Yay!